We're filming a video. We gotta go. Okay. Come on in. You see this right here? This is where I get all my power from. My big belly plus my lemonade.
Growing up in public school, I went to Bridgeland High School. So freshman, sophomore year, I went from being this skinny, scrawny kid to being like a physical athlete. I was scared of getting hit, but as like this time progressed, I wasn't afraid anymore to just be physical. But in that same span from that time range, my mental state went down and down. I was letting people, get in my head, and it caused me a lot of pain.
Football has allowed me to grow. I've learned how to time manage really well.
The relationships that I've gained throughout high school, it's been a big thing. It's really impacted me as a student, as an athlete, as a follower of Christ.
Football has helped me a lot of ways. It helped me develop my work ethic. It helped me develop a lot of leadership skills, and it helped me develop persistence. And it taught me that if you work hard, then you might be able to get what you want.
Really about it.
There's been many lessons that have made me grow as a person. Like coaches always say, yeah, we're out there to have fun and compete, but this really teaches you how to be a man. A couple of those examples for me, the main one's discipline. You learn on the football field, discipline equals freedom. If you put in the work at practice, you'll have that freedom on Friday nights to go out and perform the same way.
I've made some good friends. I've learned to work hard. I was benched my sophomore year. I played like crap. I'm not a good football player at all, but just go hard and you'll earn a spot, I guess. Do what you're supposed to.
Being the only international student on the football team, it was really scary when I first started playing. But look back at it, it was probably one of the best decisions I could have ever made in high school, and also the best high school experience I ever have. Being able to go out there on the football field to practice my teammate and then turn it up every Friday night for the game.
During my junior year, I switched over to Northland, and being in this new culture of having a family and knowing that my teammates are going to always have my back, and my coach and everyone, and they always want my best interest, and and I want theirs. It's grown not only my physical, but it's helped my mental state so much.
On and off the field relationships really go a long way in football for me, especially. A lot of guys I don't really talk to outside of school that are in football, but football gives me an opportunity to open up and talk to those guys on the field during practice. And I love competing. I love that characteristic about football, is that I get to go out and compete with people.
I've developed a lot of relationships with football. I never thought I would. A lot of the kids I play with are my friends, but I have no classes with them. I don't eat lunch with them. But we hang out through football. We talk, we have a good time. So we became friends, and we hang out after school or outside of school, not because of football. Riley Meekins is a big one. Him and I are pretty close. Last year was Earl Danzo.
I've definitely seen a lot of growth in me and Brody's relationship in particular on the field.
Like with Brock, we grew up going to elementary school together, then I moved over here to Northland, and we grew a little bit apart, but then football brought him back here to Northland, and now we're closer than ever, and it's been really fun.
And then there's Travis, Liam, and Brock. Obviously, we know each other off the field. We're good friends on the field, but just being on the field and practicing with them every day, playing Friday night games, it just grows our relationship a lot more.
I've known a lot of these guys that I'm playing with for a long time. Like Justin, I've known him for, since elementary, but we weren't really close until football. And whenever football season comes around, that's like my guy. That's my little bro. Devin, I just met Devin my sophomore year when he came to Northland. We weren't really close, but whenever football season came around, that really helped develop our relationship. Now he's one of my best friends.
So by far my favorite year was my junior year, which was last year. I loved Coach Leaks. Not that I love Coach Sugg as well, but Coach Leaks was just amazing. One of my favorite coaches ever, probably my favorite coach ever. We won districts. First time we won something at Northland that I've been here and played for. I got a pick 6 in that game. That was a great moment. We won in overtime by 1 point, so it's like a true like a Super Bowl for us almost. I mean, it's TAPS D4, but it's what we're playing. It felt great to win. By far my favorite year.
I would say my favorite year is this year because I played my freshman year with, Coach Pally, but I feel like Coach Allen is just a whole lot of a better coach, and whether it's just in the game or just the relationship I have with him, it's a lot better, which makes this year my favorite year. And I also get to play with my friends, Evan and Gavin. What I plan to do for the rest of the year is give a good look, whether it's on scout team or whether I'm playing left tackle. And in the game, obviously, I'm just gonna try to execute to the best of my ability.
So in 2016, when we won state, there was a winning culture there. And with Coach Allen taking over last year, we got a little of that back when we won district. And unfortunately, we lost control of the game against Brazos, but there's still ways to prove ourselves, like going deep in the playoffs and proving that we're a good team.
So with this last game, these last couple weeks, I just want to make sure I leave everything out on the field, even all the bad times, all the good times, just make sure I'm enjoying everything. And yeah, just enjoy it all, leave everything on the field.
When it's all said and done, I just hope that what I've done on that field could have inspired a few international kids to come out and just put on a helmet for the first time. I know it could be scary, but if you never give it a try, then you never know what you could have become.
So if we're not taking chances, if we're not, doing everything we want to do, and we're going to regret it later in life, life's ticking away, high school's ticking away. You should want and you should do everything that, you want to. You don't need to hold back because of other people. You don't need to let other people's, decisions, other people's thoughts about you get in your way of doing what you want.
So I want to be remembered as somebody who went hard and was passionate. If you've been to the games, I'm probably yelling, probably screaming, probably saying some words I shouldn't be saying. But and my advice to younger classmen is don't take it for granted. I know I kind of complain about going to practice every now and again, but football's been great. It's one of my favorite parts about high school. The first 2 years I was here, there was a head coach, or Coach AJ, he was here. Pretty good head coach, whatever, but I just hated playing football then until the very last game when all the coaches were leaving and I started bawling my eyes out, and I was like, I was going to quit this year, but now I'm not, and I played one more year, and it was my favorite year ever to play, and I've loved my senior year as well. And looking back, the memories my freshman and sophomore year, it was a super hard year to play football. I always look back and laugh, we're sitting at practice, like, y'all remember the AJ days? It truly goes by so fast. I know it's cliche and corny or whatever, but it does, and everybody says it for a reason because it's true.
The legacy that I want to come out of Northland football for me is that I was a reliable player and I did my job. And especially for some of you underclassmen, there's a way to act on and off the field. Off the field, I am a jokester. A lot of you who know me personally will know that. But especially when I get in the game, I'm kind of in a different gear. I'm a lot more locked in. I don't joke around as much.
When I was a freshman, I always thought, the junior class is next, and then it goes to the sophomore class. And it just kind of moves its way up the ladder. But I want to say for freshmen coming up, sophomores coming up, live in the moment and really, really enjoy football, really enjoy high school football. When I was a freshman and sophomore, I would not want to practice. I would give half effort. And the time comes around where the underclassmen are going to have to eventually step up, and they're going to be seniors as well. Y'all guys are going to have to lead the team. Just like we didn't think we had to, look where we are now. Me, Jake, Micah, Liam, Travis, all of us that were originally freshmen, now seniors are leading the 2023 Cougar football team.
If there was one legacy that I could choose for our class to leave, it would be always set the example. I feel like throughout most of our 4 years, we were always that class that wanted to be the top dog, that wanted people to compete and try to see who was the best.
I want people to know that hard work pays off, and if you work hard, if you work enough, if you really put your mind to it, then you will achieve what you want to achieve. So keep working, stay persistent.
And the scoreboard now shows the Cougars 55, and our guests, the Provision Academy Warriors 6. Next week, we'll take the show on the road as we visit our friends up at Rose Hills Christians next Friday night, October 27th.